Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to create this real quick. Let's step into Photoshop. I'm going to show you step by step. This is an advanced course, okay, but I'm still going to break it down for you to understand. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with the background, and I'm going to click on Control N. Control N. I'm going to have this panel. Okay, you want to go to print, and then you want to go and look for A4 size. That's what you're going to use, and then set here to RGB color. Set leave everything the same. Let's call it poster. All right, poster. Okay, and then let's click on create. Now we also want to go to view, and then we're going to go to new gas layout, and then you're going to set here to 8. Click over here, set here to 8 as well, and then the gutters, set them to 0 across board. All right, so 0 across board, and then that is all. Click on OK. So we have our canvas prepped and ready for us to start. Also guys, we're going to start the background. I'm going to do something new. We are going to create shapes for the background. I'm going to the tools here, and I'm going to pick ellipse tool, and then I will start maybe somewhere here. Okay, let's see, and then I'll create a circle, something like this, and then I'm just going to try and put it maybe somewhere here. Okay guys, also remember you want to put it somewhere in the middle. Okay, you can see it's in the middle here, and that is what I'm going for. Nice. So enter. Then I'm going to double click it. The color I am going to choose for this is FFBA00. okay, another 0. All right, so FFBA00, that is it. Okay, good. Then I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Good. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to give it color green, and then I'm going to give it 0068550. Good. And I'll drag it underneath it. Interesting. Okay. Also, we want to duplicate it again, and then we want to drag it towards this side. Okay, but this time we want to make it very big. Good. Drag it around that side. We are going to double click it, and we are going to check it to color red, which is C80, and then 93, and then B. Great. And then we're going to duplicate it again. The one underneath here, you want to click on your move tool, and then we are going to move it towards this side, and then also drag it underneath it as well again. Double click it, and then come and pick the yellowish color here. So you can see we are creating the background with shapes. That is what we want. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this again, and then I'm going to drag it down. But then you know what, I want to drag it on top of this one. Yes, something like this, even possible even on top of the yellow as well. I'm going to double click it, and I'm going to pick color blue. The color code is 212476. Great. Then maybe let's push it up a little bit more. Then I'll duplicate it again, then I'll drag it somewhere here. This time I also want to pick this color. I'm going to pick in fact I'm going to pick this red color. All right, then I'm going to change this red color to orange. I'm going to use the color code D or D0 5800. So D05800. Then I'll click on it. Now underneath it, I'm going to, or I could even come here and pick this green color. Okay, and then I'm going to drag it over here to cover that side up. So that is all that we have. You can just keep on playing with it until you get what you feel like you are looking for. Okay, so just keep on playing with it like that. I think this is perfect. So I'm going to put all in a group, and I'm going to call it BG for the background. You also want to bring the image in here, and let me say this real quick. All right, so the image, what is going to make the image to stand out is the, how do you say it, is how the quality is. You can see this is the image, you can see the quality over here. Look down here on your the bottom left, you can see it's 6.2 megabyte. It's quite good. That is the size of the image. It's quite good. Okay, so that is what we are using. All right, so let's drag it maybe somewhere down here, and then you also want to make sure the head is in the middle thereabout. Okay, so with that done, we want to give you some camera raw filter. I'm going to right click it and convert it to a smart object and go to filter and then go to camera raw filter. Now the reason why I'm going to camera raw filter is because I want to make it interesting. Okay, you can see the hair. We want to make sure the hair looks crisp, the skin looks really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contrast, and then I'll boost contrast up a little bit. All right, so 50 something is good. I'll go to highlight, and then highlight, I'm going to reduce it all the way to -100. all right, so that the white gets down a little bit. The shadows, I'll drag it all the way to 100. Now you can see what is happening over there. Okay, let me drag it back down again. You can see what is happening over there. That is great. Okay, now we're going to drag the white all the way down. We don't want the white to even show. Okay, all right, so that is good. The black, let's bring the black a little bit up to maybe 3 or maybe something like that. The clarity, let's drag the clarity all the way there. Nice. And then the haze, let's see, let's just play with the dehaze a little bit until we get what we are looking for. And I think this is great. Now also very important, the sharpen is really important. You want to give it a lot of sharpen. Okay, so I'm going to drag it to maybe around somewhere around here. Is good, so you can see how the image now turns out really nice, and I'll click on OK. Now we've achieved it. Okay, so this is how it was before, and this is how it looks like now. There are some details in there that we've preserved. With that done, let's put it in a group. Control G, let's call it image. Now this is an advanced course, okay guys, and so what you're about to learn over here, you're not going to learn it anywhere else. Okay, so image, and then let's type. But to be able to type, we want to type in circles. To be able to type, we are going to use the shape, circle shape over there. Let's go and look for yellow. So click on yellow. Once you click on it, pick your text tool and then hover your mouse over there. Okay, great. And then let's paste worship with us on. Let's paste it there. Nice. So we paste it there, but it's not really visible. Let's go and then let's set it to a higher figure. Okay, a higher figure. That is great. What can we do? I don't like the fact that it is outside. I want it to be inside. So how are we going to do it? We are going to click over here. You can see this box over here. That is what we are going to do to it. Okay, once you drag it in, nice, you can see it's interesting, right? And then now the next thing you can do is maybe around here you can play with it a little bit. Let's just play with it until maybe we see how it is going to be. Shall we do that? Let's see, let's make it 100 and let's see. Good. Let's make it maybe 200. Let's see. Good. Maybe let's make it 400. Let's see. Good. But we also want to change this side. We are going to use a few fonts. Okay, let's use Montserrat for this. We are going to use Montserrat extra bold. Okay, extra bold. Let's reduce this to 250. Let's see. I feel like this is okay. Maybe we could make it a little bit bigger. I could make it 50. Good. And then I could reduce this one to 2 and then make this 230. So guys, that is it. That is how you play with it until you get what you are looking for. Okay, I think just play with it until you get what you're looking for. So I think I am done. I'm going to drag this one above it and I'm going to call it worship with us. Okay, so that is what I'm going to call it. Now let's do some few editing. I'm going to double click it to select it. I'm going to pick worship and I'm going to click here and I'm going to pick color red. Let's select these ones rather. click on it and pick color red. Okay, and then the rest we are going to use color white for it. Now we can close it. Also, we want to click here and type Sunday. Now let's pick this, copy it, and then paste it there, Sunday. But the font we are going to use is called Mountain Bridge. Alright, so Mountain Bridge is what we are using. Double click it, and then we are also going to give the size a very big size. So experiment with the size you want, okay, but it has to be really big. I also want to make it italics as well. And then the tracking, I want to set it to 0. Okay, I don't want it to have all those things. I'm going to click here and I'm going to set it to color white. Okay, so this is basically how it's going to. I'll click over here, Control T, and then maybe drag it somewhere here. Now we also want to make it a little bit stylish, and so we are going to make it something like this. Okay, make it something like this. That is all. Make it something like that. Okay, I feel like this is great. Okay, but guys, remember, this is entirely editable. You can come back and still work on it again. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. 2 times. Okay, now these 2 underneath it, I'll move them, select the 2 of them and move them down twice. Hold shift and move them down twice. 1, 2. I don't know. Okay, let me click on the move to first, then we can be able to move it. 1, 2. Good. Now the one underneath it, click on it alone, click on the shift key. 1, 2. Go down twice. Great. Now the one underneath it, we are going to change it to orange. That is good. Now this one, we are going to change it to yellow. Great. Just like that, we've achieved what we are looking for. Okay, so we can put it in a group. Also Control G, and then let's call it what? Sunday. But then we are not done. We want to come and pick our lines. So this is our lines. We want to pick our lines to make it a little bit more what? Epic. It's really interesting. These nuances make it interesting. Okay, so maybe let's Control T. I'm using Control T to be able to do that. Okay, so I feel like this is great. Keep the line inside as well. We are done with Sunday, so we now want to bring in our logos. Okay, I am going to bring maybe this logo here, and I'm going to drag it somewhere here in the middle here. Okay guys, it's really important. Your logo need to really look centered. Okay, your logos need to look centered. Okay, your logos need to look centered. So Control T, and then I'm going to, you can see the middle here. I want to make sure my logo is what? Centered. It falls in the middle of the line. It's really important. And also I want everything to be on this line. I don't want anything to cross this line. Okay, so this one, let's push it in until it hits here. This one, let's push it in until it hits here. Now that is good. Control T, you can see it falls in the middle. That is great. Let's go and bring in our live, Facebook Live. Okay, because we're going to be streaming this event live as well. We want to make sure all those details are in so that whoever sees it will know that we are going live also. Now with this done, we can put it all in a group and we can call it what? Logos. We are done with the logos. We also want to bring in our time, and with the time, what we can do now is maybe let's start with some text. Let's start with these text, and then let's paste them here. Okay, good. We are using what? Montserrat as usual. Okay, that is our time. We're using Montserrat. Maybe let's set it to a lower size. Okay, to experiment, get the size that you want. I want it very small. Maybe around 20 thereabout. Okay, that is what I want it to be. And then I also want this side as the leading here, okay, to be 19 or 20 thereabout. I can't find it, so Control T. Let's see where you can find it. I can find it. Control T. Okay, so that is where it is. Let me drag it a little bit up here. Then I'm going to make it really bold. Okay, so let's go for extra bold, and then let's also take this one off. We don't want it to be italics. Okay, and then the tracking 0, everything looks good. We're going to give it a different color as time goes on, but for now let's just move with everything like that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so guys, pay really close attention to this. I'm going to click over here on my ellipse tool, and then I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to draw a rectangle around it. Okay, nice. And then I'm going to draw the rectangle under it, hold control and click over here on the ellipse. Now you can see there is a dancing ants around the ellipse. That is good. Click over here on your text and then click over here on move tool, and then guys click over here, and then let me see, click over here as well. So you click here and then you click here as well. Okay, that is what we are doing. Control D, and then now we can change the color of this to color red. Guess what? We are going to pick the color red from the background. You guess right, we picked it from the background, and then we are going to put it in a group. So select both of them and then call them what? Time. But we are not yet done. Also, what you want to do also is open time. What you also want to do is select ellipse tool. Once you select ellipse tool, you can now click on your text tool, and then once you click on your text tool, hover your mouse around the the ellipse here, and then you'll be able to type in circles. So what you're going to type is service what time. Let's paste it over there, and then we want to zoom in so that we can see the details, because it's really a small detail. Okay, now also come here, set this side to 0. You know, this side, set it to 0. That way you can be able to see it showing there beautifully. Also guys, it's too big. Okay, it's too big, and so let's find the perfect size for it. So let's go between 10 to 12. Let's go for 10. Let's see. Let's go for 12. Let's see. I think 12 is what good, but then also it's too compact together. We need to make sure it is very fluid and spreads out nicely. Let's give it 150. Let's see. Let's experiment. Let's give it 400. Let's see. I think 400 would do. And then also I want to make sure it goes a little bit outside, so I'm going to push this one here. Good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Now this ellipse, I'm going to duplicate it and then Control T, right? And then I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger. Interesting. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to drag it underneath this one. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to pick color black. Then I am going to reduce the opacity here to around below 50. So maybe let's say 35 would do. Remember, we are just playing with it. 35 would do. Okay, so 35 would do. And then yeah, the ellipse, the details over here, that's the service time. I feel like the color red is not really standing out, so what I'm about to do is I'm going to pick this and I'll pick the yellow color. Okay, great, the yellow color will do. And then also I'll double click it and then make sure I give it some drop shadow, and then pull the opacity here down a little bit, maybe around 35. That way it stands out. And then I'll put it all. Let's try and see how we can do that. Let's drag it down a little bit. Let's drag it down a little bit. Okay. And one thing too, I feel like this image could go up a little bit. I feel like it could go up a little bit. Okay, so let's drag it up a little bit more. Nice. That's great. And then let's see, maybe the Sunday could also go up a little bit. Awesome. That means that the time could also do what? Go up a little bit. But the time, we want to keep the time in the middle of the line. This is the middle of the line. Let's keep the time in the middle of the line. These nuances, guys, I can't emphasize this. These nuances are really important. Okay, so we are done with everything. Let's start with the venue tool. Let's go with the venue. I'm going here. I'm going to pick the venue here. Okay, and then let's zoom out. Okay, so the venue, we want the venue to be very small, and so I'm going to push it somewhere here. And remember what I said, I don't want anything to cross these lines. We don't want that at all. And so let's go here, and then let's see also what we can do. Now we are going to set the size to 12. Let's keep the size because that's the same size we gave the service time, and then want to try and repeat some few details. So let's set it to 12. Here let's make sure the tracking is 0, and then let's try and see whether we can move it here. Also, I want it to be color white. Okay, and I feel like it is too bold, so let's make it a little bit so that we can see the details. Okay, I believe you feel me. I also feel like this the spaces between them is too much, so if this is 12, you can keep here either 12 or 13. Okay, normally I like to keep it the same size, so that 12 or 13 will do. I think that is great. Let's also give it a few drop shadow effect. Okay, so let's go and then let's click on drop shadow, and then let's just increase the size, and then also set this also here a bit more. I can't really see the details. Okay, so okay, so multiply here, drop shadow there. Let's leave it like this, guys. Look at the details. Let's leave it like this. This is good. Great. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to drag it down. And guess what? I'm going to pick the contact information. All right, so I'm going to double click it and paste the contact information there. Now, do you see what happened? It's the same size. That kind of repetition makes the work nice. Okay, same size. Okay, so once you start maintaining same size, the work looks interesting. Okay, so I'll call this one venue. I'll call this one contact. Okay, let's close them. And then what else also can we do? The name. We can bring the name here. Okay, let's paste the name here. We are almost done, guys. We are almost done, so forgive me if it's becoming too lengthy. The name has to be big. It has to stand out a little bit more. Okay, that is how I normally do it. So I'm going to maybe increase it between 15 to 20. Okay, so I feel like this is good. It's already looking great. Also, it has to be a little bolder so that people can see the name. Okay, and then let's see, what else can we do? If this is 15, we can't really see the spaces or the paragraph or the leading wall, so we can set it to 15, the same size as this, or even increase it a little bit. And I think this is awesome. Okay, I think this is awesome. What else? Let's make it 16. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we can see it. Everything looks great. What else can we do? Everything looks perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put it in a group. I'm going to call it name, but we are not done with it. We also need to type. Sorry. Let's close this. I also want to type. No, sorry. Okay, I don't want to interfere with any other text. Okay, type width. Okay, it has to be small letters. So width. Good. Type width. Okay, now the width, it has to also be very, very small. It doesn't have to be big. But then the font we are going to use is what? Autograph. I want the bold one. Autograph. I feel like this is bold. Autograph. Let's set it to between 20 to 30 thereabout. But guys, remember, you are experimenting. Experiment with the size that you want. Everything is basically experimenting. Okay, don't see because I'm doing the same thing, you do the same thing, guys. No, let's drag it in here with. Okay, okay, so what else are we doing? Why did I keep it here? I don't know, but I don't want to keep it outside everything. I would just want to keep it somewhere between here. That's all. That is all I'm trying to do. So here, just find a perfect place for it. Okay, find a perfect place for it. And what else can we do? We also can bring in the kingdom. That's the social media handle. Let's paste it there. That's the social media handle. The social media handle normally isn't that big. Okay, so let's make it small, guys. As I said, experiment with it, come up with the size you want. Okay, I feel like this is good. I'm going to use Montserrat for it as well. And then Montserrat, I want it to be what, semi bold. Okay, I also don't want it to be italics, so I'm going to keep it like that. And then let's see, let's bring it somewhere here. I want it to spread across all these places to this side. You feel me? So what are we going to do? We are going to the tracking here. and then we are going to boost the tracking. You feel me? We're going to boost the tracking like that. Great. And then let's bring in our Facebook logo to indicate that the live stream is going to happen on this side of the social media, Facebook. Okay, so probably we'll bring it here because of this. Okay, so, and then I'll double click it, and I'm going to make it color white. Yeah, I'm going to make it color white. Okay, so let's make it color white. Click on OK. Nice. So that is color white for you. I'm going to put it also in a group, and guess what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it handle, FB handle. But there is so much space here, so we have to rectify that, guys. With such things, details like this, you want to go down there, increase the size, and really work on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this to 200. Nice. And even that, still want the kingdom to be color white. Okay, so I want it to be color white, and I'm going to double click it, and I'm going to still give it what, the drop shadow thing there to make it stand out a little bit more. Awesome. And basically that is it. That is it. Now if you want to throw in any other thing, guys, that is totally up to you. What I'm going to do now is this. I am going to add some glue over here on the back here. So I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to pick the yellow color over here, right? And then make sure the caps lock is off. I'm using soft round brush because I'm using the brush tool over here. And then the new layer over here, I'm going to click there. Then I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to set it to linear dodge. Awesome. I'm going to click on Control T. All right, Control T, and then I'm going to resize it, holding Shift and Alt, or maybe Shift, depending on the version of Photoshop what you are using. But I also don't want the glue to be too much like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the opacity to maybe around 40 something. And then I'm going to bring it in there like that around the ears. I'll put it in a group, and I'm going to call it what, glow. So we are done, guys. Just like that, we are done. Okay, now in times like this, there are two things I do. Okay, it's time to give it what, the texture that we want. The texture that we want. So the first thing I'm going to do is Control Alt Shift and then what, E, merging everything together. This is really important, guys. And then convert it to what, smart object. Now once you convert it to a smart object, okay, sorry, let me delete this one. Okay, I feel like this, I don't like the way it looks like over there. I want it to come down a little bit more. I feel like this is better now. Okay, all right, so I'm going to click on glue, Control Alt Shift and then E, right click it, and then convert it to what, a smart object. And then I want to do just one thing to it, just one thing. I'm going to camera raw filter. Okay, just one thing to it. Okay, and then the camera raw filter, what I'm going to do is I am going all the way to sharpen, and I'm going to boost the sharpen up. Okay, the sharpen up to 100 and something. Now once we get that, now go to the grain as well and boost the grain up to around between 30 to 50. You understand me? Once you are able to achieve that, between 30 to 50 or even 70, once you're able to achieve that, the work will now start coming off nicely. Okay, the work will now start coming off nicely. You can see the grains over there, start coming off nicely. Okay, and then I want to now add the texture that I created some time ago. Now if you don't know how to create the texture, guys, if you don't know how to create the texture, okay, I have it in the description for you because I made a video about it already. I'm not going to show you how to do it. I'm not going to give you everything. Is in the description, so find a way to get it. Capish? All right, so I'm going to copy it. Okay, so select this one, Control C to copy it. Guys, remember it is going to be in the description for you to download. And I'll come here and I'm going to paste it. But guys, once you download it, I also want you to do me a favor, comment under the video and like the video. Okay, so I'm going to hide all these ones, this folder. Comment under the video and like the video. That is what I want you to do for me. I'm going to click over here. You can see this thing. I'm going to click on it. All right, and I'm going to drag it on top of it. Great, you can see it now. So this is it now. Good. Then I'm going to this side and I'll set it to soft light. Yes, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to drag it in there and I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete it. Texture. Great. Then I'm going to release it now. Okay, and that is it. That is the work now. You can see the details. You can see how epic it looks like. Now this is an advanced class. Okay, so guys, if you're struggling with anything, just comment down below and I'm going to see how I can help you out. I also have other groups, Facebook groups and YouTube, Telegram group, and then WhatsApp group where I share some 1 or 2 details over there. And so if you have any challenge, guys, just let me know. Comment, like this video and share it. I love you all, guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.